Welcome to bowl season here in the Marshall Thundering Herd Dynasty. Last episode, we made it to the Sun Belt Conference Championship game, and unfortunately, there was a different outcome from year number one. We started out pretty well, but Texas State is a different animal. They were a top 25 team this year, and they showed why, with PJ Hatter at quarterback and Ismail Mahdi at running back. It was just a lot to keep up with, and in the end, 51 points put up on their offense and a great defensive play to end the game will push them to the college football playoff and push us into the Birmingham Bowl to face the ACC champion in Florida State. This is a good measuring stick to see where we are at in this series, because the ACC is likely to invite us to the conference after two straight Sun Belt Conference Championship bids. Luke Kromenhoek is their starter at quarterback, and in real life, he's going to be like a beast in the future. Kromenhoek is going to be a guy that can run the football. He can pass the football. He can do it all. He also has Cam Davis at running back, who is an awesome redshirt freshman back. Only rushed for barely not even 400 yards this season. Kromenhoek did lead them in rushing, but he is a monster power back. He's going to be a beast in this series. They have Roydell Williams as well, backing him up, Lucas. But they also have a very diverse skill set as far as receivers go. They have Brown, they have Lee, they have Hill, Courtney at tight end, LaWayne McCoy as well. I mean, this is just a team that spreads the wealth. I mean, look at all these guys that have catches on their team. But really, their shining spotlight on this team is their defense. They can get after the quarterback, but they really force turnovers, and that is their thing. 3 guys have 3 interceptions, and I think it's like 10 total guys have interceptions. It's something crazy, as you can see on the screen, and we are going to have our work cut out today. They have a few All-Americans as well, with a All-American first-teamer safety, Marvin Jones, a defensive end on the second team, and a corner on the first team. But we do not have any All-Americans, which I'm surprised about, because Michael Green won Best Defensive End this year. So here we go. Birmingham Bowl is underway as Marshall does receive the opening kickoff as always, and we do get Brian Santana to the 14, and out comes this offense. Can Pennington lead us to his first real postseason victory of his career, as we lost to Georgia, remember, in the first round of the college football playoff last year? The first pass is out to the right side, looking for Aiden Steinfeld, who has really solidified himself as the starter at tight end. 2nd and 10 now. Here's a throw to left side. That's DeJuan Whitehead off to the races. 97 speed down the sideline, pushed out of bounds at the 20. What a great start for this offense. Pennington just finds his speedster, and DeJuan Whitehead is going to have to be a big piece of this future as he goes into his sophomore year next year. Handoff next play, this time to Randy Young, and he finds a big hole that time and picks up a gain of 9. Randy Young, playing in his final game as a senior, has really only played 1 year, and that's this year. 3rd and 2. Here's Pennington throwing to Montgomery, and he wasn't looking for it. That was a first down. 4th and 2. We line up to go for it here. Pennington throws across the middle into traffic, trying to find Trey Allen, and it's knocked out of his hands. Well, that long drive amounts to nothing here, as here's Kromenhoek under center this time, giving it to Cam Davis. And he is going to get about 8 yards. Max Chris, who is one of their offensive linemen. I figure there's going to be a lot of injuries in this game. It's been a very long season, as a lot of guys are just banged up. I know Cole Pennington is very banged up in this game, as Florida State does get the first down. Here's a throw to the left side. That's going to be caught, and that is number 15, LaWayne McCoy. As they get to the 31, another handoff, this time back to Cam Davis, and he fights forward for a first down to about the 40. And I mentioned before the game, Cam Davis has barely run over 400 yards, as this is Kerry Cage who checks into the game. You're going to see a lot of these young defensive linemen kind of shuffling around here, as he is going to be a crucial part of the future of this series. Here's a throw to the right side. Kromenhoek is going to find Jaylen Brown. That's another first down for this Florida State offense. Jaylen Brown's got 9 touchdowns on the year. Here's a quick throw. That one's knocked out of the hands of his receiver. And that was Javon McIntyre on the hit. And now it is 3rd and 8. Can we come off the field? Here's a quick throw across the middle, and it's caught. That's going to be Darnell Lee. Javon McIntyre and Leon Hart couldn't knock it out that time as Cam Davis follows it up with a touchdown run. A long, methodical drive by the Florida State offense, and they do get on the board here. So it's 7-0 here as we find ourselves down early in the first quarter. Here is Pennington loading up, throwing this one deep, looking for the man Chuck Montgomery. He gets behind the defense in Pennington with a pin-perfect throw. Here is Randy Young now. This time the orbit screen. He has a block. He has a first down and a little bit more as he gets to the 11-yard line. And we get some bad news. DeJuan Whitehead, who was shaken up on the last play, will not return to the game. So one catch will end his day. Here's a quick throw across the middle. And that is caught by Steinfeld. So we get it to a 3rd and 6. Here is Pennington now in the pocket, throwing short. This time to Montgomery, who falls forward, and he's down at the 1. We lose a couple yards on first down. Here's a quick RPO to the left side, and Montgomery loses a couple again. Back at the 4 now. It's a 3rd and goal. Here's a dump off pass. It's Randy Young. He secures it for the touchdown. We tie this ball game up as we are scoring right in front of our fans there, and it is 7-7. Starting out the next drive, Sunday Uba with a nice tackle for loss right there. 3rd and 8 now after that big play. Here is Kromenhoek in the pocket, throws short. He's got a man. It's going to be a first down run, LaWayne McCoy. Good catch in space. Nobody was even close to him, by the way. Now here's Kromenhoek with a fresh set of downs. Just throw to the right side, finding his tight end. That's going to be Brian Courtney. Hasn't had many catches this year. Here's another handoff. It's Cam Davis, and he gets to the outside. We can kind of see what their strategy is on offense this game. It's just balance. 10 carries for Cam Davis so far, midway through the second. Here's a throw to left side. That's caught. It's going to be Darnell Lee who picks up the first down on that catch. Kromenhoek again. Here's a bubble screen. Out to his favorite target so far today, LaWayne McCoy. He's inside the 15. 8 of 10 for Kromenhoek, and now they're just about goal to go. They get it to a 3rd and 6. He'll throw to the end zone, and that's caught. Touchdown, Florida State. I have no idea how that pass got through. Take another look. I don't know what our defenders were doing on that, but Amir Foster and Maxwell Odom could have easily got their hand on that. Here we are on offense. There is pressure, and that is going to be Patrick Payton, one of those great edge rushers they have. And now it is a 3rd and 10. Pennington running a man in motion this time. Uh-oh, the pressure's getting to him. He's got to get rid of it, and he has to throw this one away. Marvin Jones Jr. and along with these other guys up front with Patrick Payton are just terrors on our offensive line today. So here's Florida State's offense threatening to score already just on the edge of field goal range. Handoff to Cam Davis, who cuts back. He has a lot of space, and McIntyre, who's used to tackling him in the ACC, brings him down. At the 24-yard line, we're now at the 2-minute warning. Here's a throw to left side. This one's caught, and a good gang tackle right there. McIntyre and Josh Moten. And now 2nd and 4. A quick throw. That's caught again. And it's just a death by 1,000 paper cuts for this Florida State offense. 1st and 10 again at the 12. This time Kromenhoek takes off, and he slides down at the 2. They do get a first down. Now it's goal to go. RPO action. Great play call. Touchdown, Florida State. Wow. They are just efficient on offense. They don't take any big chances. It's just nice, short, easy, intermediate throws. Here's a throw down the sideline for Pennington, and that one is intercepted but out of bounds. And now it is 2nd and 10. Play action. No, we're going to run the football here. Randy Young hurdles offensive lineman and then gets taken down pretty hard. He remains in the game now. It's a 3rd and 5. This time Pennington under pressure again. And these defensive ends are just getting after the quarterback today. We have to punt this away. And now there's 20 seconds remaining in the first half. And there is their returner getting across the 50 and now pushed out at the 44. And now they have a little bit of time to get into field goal range at least. Kromenhoek throws to the sideline. This one is going to be caught, and that will stop the clock for a gain of 5 yards. 12 seconds remaining now. Kromenhoek this time a quick throw to left side again, and they call their second timeout. Darnell Lee has the first down. One more play to get closer to field goal range here with 8 seconds remaining here at the 32. This time Kromenhoek throws up the field. Touchdown! Brian Courtney will be wide open. What happened on this play? Well, it looks like our safety came in and did not know what he was doing. I don't know exactly what happened, but it was just a busted coverage. That was cover 3 defense. And we go into half down big. So here we go in the second half, and it has not been fun. Nicholas Reed, who is a young redshirt freshman safety, came in and just could not really, I don't know what he was looking at there on that play to end the second half. That was just not pretty at all. 28-7, and Florida State has possession. They're just going to continue to run the rock here. Cam Davis gets the carry. And look at the pancake blocks up front. And that is a tough gain of about 3-4 yards, but our entire defense was on the ground. Handoff this time. It's another first down. And that's going to be just another microcosm of this game. And finally a big hit. And Cam Davis falls on it. Landon Watson with the force right there as Cam Davis tried to make a big play. He gets a gain of 5, though. Here's a quick throw. It's caught. Darnell Lee again. And we can see why this team has been a pretty good team this year and why they upset #1 Clemson. They are just a sound offense. They don't make mistakes, and it looks like they run the ball pretty well. 18 carries for Cam Davis. This is a jet sweep touch pass. This time to the outside. Getting to the 1, spinning around. He scores, but there's a flag on the play, and they're going to call block in the back. So this one will come back, but Darnell Lee had a touchdown erase right there. Bubble action this time, and that is caught. LaWayne McCoy again. And now they get it to a 2nd and 2 at the 10. Another jet sweep touch pass. This time, no flags. Touchdown, Florida State. It's 35-7. And at this point, we make a change here at quarterback. It's not Pennington's fault, but this game is out of reach, and I do want to see what we have in our redshirt freshman Courtney Lyles, the lefty, who I was very, very excited about as our first recruit in this series. His first pass is out to the left side. Rashad Thomas picks up a first down. The big difference with Courtney Lyles is that he is a lefty, and obviously he is very, very mobile with 92 speed. He's going to be a very fun player to play with. Lyles now, as you see, the offense kind of changes when he's in the game. A lot of quick throws, a lot of RPOs, even some option keepers as he hands off this time to Randy Young. They have to respect that Courtney Lyles can run the football. We're across the 50 now. As you can see, the coaches, giving them signals on the sideline, a lot more than what we'd see with Pennington. Here's a handoff this time to Randy Young, and he picks up a gain of 8. I think that having Lyles in the game is definitely going to help out the run game also, as here is Santana checking in. Play action fake to him, and Lyles does get out of the pocket, but does get rid of it short to Aiden Steinfeld. 3rd and 4 this time. Another quick throw to Steinfeld as he picks up 3. And we're going to line up to go for it here. It's 35-7. Why not? Handoff this time. Randy Young, shot out of a cannon, picks up the first down to about the 20-yard line. And that's maybe the most explosive play of the game since DeJuan Whitehead's big catch and run. Here is Chuck Montgomery inside the 5, tackled at the pylon. They will mark him out at the 1. Courtney Lyles putting together a nice, impressive drive. This time the speed option keeper. He's tackled at the 1, the same spot just about. 2nd and goal, handoff. Randy Young, he's in. Touchdown. What a drive by the freshman Courtney Lyles. And we'll see what happens going in the next year, but that drive was really impressive. I mean, we still got some game left. We are down by 3 scores, but at least that drive makes it interesting. But down 21 in the 4th, I'm not sure what else we can do here. We start to sub in some guys on defense, get some seniors some playing time, even playing some of the young guys, preparing them for the future. And that's kind of what, we're going to be doing here the rest of the way. Is here is a big run, this time to the outside. Florida State's even putting in their backups. And that is a big run by Zach Fuller. Cam Davis checks back in now. There is a nice play by Josh Moten, the senior, playing in his final game here for Marshall. And we do get them to settle for the field goal, the first one of the day, 38-14. Courtney Lyles gets another shot, but there is the pressure. It doesn't matter who is at quarterback. Oh, my goodness. Patrick Payton gets in for the sack, and now here we are, 2nd and 14. There he is again, but Lyles has the speed, takes off, makes a man miss, and that's one big difference that we have at quarterback with Lyles. He can just straight up take off. 2nd and 10 now. He's got more of a pocket passer mentality, though. He likes to use his legs, but he really likes to kill people from the pocket and then just absolutely unexpectedly take off on the defense. But there's a handoff, losing 1, and now it's a 4th and 5 as Sevin Macklin checks in at running back, number 11 there next to Courtney. As here is pressure on Courtney Lyles. He goes down. But look at this. I mean, Jalen Slappy, who was our left guard, just absolutely got destroyed. And that's how this game will probably just end here. As here's another handoff, Florida State just running down the clock here towards the end of the game. And now we're under 2 minutes to go. One more first down. We'll win it. Cam Davis checks back in. 9 and floor, Florida State in the Birmingham Bowl will come away with the victory. And this game was not close from start to finish. And I think they proved why they were the ACC champion here in this game. Croman Hoek was amazing. 91% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns. They could do no wrong. They barely made mistakes. Even on defense, they were applying pressure the entire game. That just shows the difference in talent between the two teams. Cam Davis ran over 100 yards, and I don't think he's actually even done that this year. I think they read the scouting report, seeing that we can't stop the run, and they just decided to run the football. I mean, it's a pretty simple concept if you think about it. Run the football versus teams that can't stop the run. Pennington, 7-16, a touchdown, but he was under pressure, and like you just saw with Courtney Lyles, Lyles was under pressure too. He took off, 1 or 2 times, but that was it. Like, we could not do anything with that pressure, and seeing that we're going to have some offensive line recruits coming in and seeing that we're adding some more speed to the wide receiver core, I think, when injuries like that, we just saw what DeJuan Whitehead happen, we can have that backup to know that, the production might drop off, but we still have the speed at receiver, because once one of those 2 guys go out, DeJuan Whitehead or Chuck Montgomery, like, we lose a lot there at receiver. So our offseason starts a little early, and at least earlier than last year, because we were in the college football playoff. And one thing that we did try to do last season was hire an offensive coordinator. So I'm going to be able to do that this offseason because I fired mine going into the conference championship week. And I really look at Greg Corbin, and to me, he has the highest upside of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a motivator who can help guys develop in the offseason, and also a slight recruiter. So he kind of fits perfectly. He also has an Ohio pipeline, which, remember, we are right next to Ohio, and we recruit a lot of guys from Ohio. So I really do, want to add him to our coaching staff and kind of get that Ohio pipeline along with West Virginia, Tennessee, like kind of that area right there. We do have 10 coaching points here. We are in the slowest development setting for coaching, or coaching XP setting, progression, whatever you want to call it. And one thing I do want to emphasize is developing that offensive line. We just saw in that game, yeah, we have a long way to go, but I thought our young offensive line played actually pretty decently. So we're going to upgrade that. And then we're going to try to start upgrading the wide receiver tree here to try to get their offseason boost as well. So remember, in the conference championship, we lost to Texas State and they were top 25. So they actually got a first round bye because they were the highest ranked. And thanks for explaining this to me on the last episode. The highest ranked conference champion, one of the highest ranked, top 4. So they get a bye. They actually go on and beat Clemson 34-21 to advance to the semifinal to face Penn State, who is 11-3. Texas State with a miracle season here, going 12-2, and they're not done. They end up beating Penn State and going on to the national championship. Just an amazing season from them. But wow, I did not see that coming. I got to be honest. Greg Corbin does accept our offer. And these coach trees are actually wrong because this was the coach tree from our last coordinator. So I think I'm going to have to go to the offseason to see what his coach tree is. I think there's maybe a glitch in the game right there at the end of the season. Pretty sure. We are going to be missing some players going into next season, obviously, with graduations. On offense, not so much. We have Randy Young and really Chuck Montgomery going and graduating. Montgomery is actually 2 receptions short of 100 on the year. We also are missing one offensive lineman in Brian Sampson, graduating. I shouldn't say missing, but graduating one offensive lineman, and that is Brian Sampson, our left tackle, which is fine because I think what we're going to be doing is obviously bringing in a few new offensive linemen, so hopefully they will grow together. Javon McIntyre was the transfer from Pitt. He will graduate as well. Landon Watson and Josh Moten, both guys that have been starters on this defense for 2 years now, they both graduate. And I think one of the things I want to do going into this offseason is really establish a playmaker on defense that is not Corey Myrick, that is not Michael Green. We need to add a few playmakers on this defense, and that's kind of one thing I want to do and emphasize. So in the transfer portal, if there is a good linebacker that's young, I don't want to get like a junior, senior. I want to get more of a sophomore or a freshman, and that's kind of my goal, to kind of be able to develop them in the defense as well. So if you look at the transfer portal, there are a lot of veteran guys, the juniors and the seniors, but I'm going young if I do go in the transfer portal and try to get a guy to make an impact. So that is going to do it, and I'm curious to know how this national championship is going to go. I'm going to actually watch this game, and then it'll start out the offseason episode, so you don't want to miss that one. I appreciate your guys' support in this series. It's been a great year number 2, and I'm ready for year 3 and what that will bring. Hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.